Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to work on the multiplying by 5. Now, multiplying by 5 is one of those ones that a lot of people memorize quite easily, especially 5 times 1 all the way up to 5 times 12. The secret to the 5 is you always got to remember that 5 is half of 10. So as long as you remember that, you can figure out really complex questions or problems that use 5 to multiply. So the rule that we're going to look at today is use 10 to multiply by 5. If you look down here, we have 6 rows of 10, which is 6 times 10. And everybody knows that 6 times 10 is pretty easy to figure out. That's just 60. Now, we go across over here and we can see that basically 6 times 5 is half of what we see over here. So if we were just to get rid of one of these, 6 times 5 is half of 6 times 10. Now a lot of people already know that 6 times 5 equals 30, but what if we had a problem that was a little bit more complex? What if we had a problem that was Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just had to take a time out there because Owen came by to show me that he took out 2 Captain Underpants books from the library, and he was pretty excited about it. All right, so back to this. Everybody knows 6 times 5 equals 30. That's not terribly difficult. But what if I had 5 times 125? Well, I could figure that out really quickly by figuring out, well, 10 times 125 is 1,250. So 5 times 125 is going to be half of 1,250. Well, half of 50 is 25, and half of 200 is 100, and half of 1,000 is 500. So 500 and 125 is 625. I can figure out anything multiplied by 5 if I use 10 and then just divide it by 2 or figure out what half of it is. Let's look at one more example. Let's go over to the next page and let's do 5 times 1.5. Well, I know that 10 times 1.5 is equal to 15. So half of 15 is 7.5. And I know that because 15 is equal to 14 plus 1. Half of 14 is 7, and half of 1 is 0.5. Let's look at one more example. 5 times 23. A little bit more difficult. Can't figure that one out quite off the top of my head. So I can use 10. 10 times 23 is 230. And so half of 230 is 115. Use 10 to multiply by 5, and you will have a happy face.